Hi, Justin David here. I think I have arrived at my final Porsche 718 Cayman configuration. It's taken me a long time to try different combinations, but I think I'm there, so I thought I'd just share my final configuration with you, see what you think, comment below. I did a video about a week ago which was a poor quality, very quick screen grab, so I thought I'd try and do a better video for you today, going through the final configurations of the 718 Cayman PDK. Okay, so I'm on the Porsche configuration website here, so we're going to choose the 718. I'm going to choose the standard 718 model. Let's open up the configurator, and there it is. Now, as I said in my video last week, I have had a Cayman before. It wasn't the 718, obviously, because the 718 has only just been released, September 2016, in the UK that is. But I had a standard Porsche Cayman PDK 2.7 a couple of years ago, and it was in God's red, and I actually at the time went for hardly any options, and I actually went for these wheels, which are nice, but I certainly think when you look at the back, for me, there's way too much rubber there. It just doesn't look particularly nice. So one of the things I want to do this time is actually go for better wheels. Now, I've been toying with two different colours in the configuration. One is black, which I said last time, jet black metallic, which is still a contender. I know I said I'd done the final configuration, but I'm still actually toying with two different colours. But essentially it's going to be, let's spec jet black metallic for now. And then the wheels, in my previous video I'd decided to go for 19-inch Boxer S wheels, which I still think look very nice, and I was going to go for the half red leather interior, which is a nearly £1,200 option. Well, actually I think come resale time, and again you may disagree with this, but come retail time, I think bigger wheels would be more attractive to a purchaser and for prospective trade-in values than half red leather interior. So I've actually decided to go for the 20-inch Carrera S wheels, and I think already, look at that, I mean look at the difference. I think that's completely transformed it. If you compare that to that, look at the difference in rubber that you've got on that back wheel. So we're going to go for the 20-inch Carrera S wheels. Previously I had coloured centre caps, £110. I'm not going to bother this time. I actually think they look quite nice just being black and white. Okay, so that's the wheels. I'm going to go with the standard black interior. Let's just have a look at the interior. Now, on my previous Cayman I had the pale grey interior, and it is very nice. I don't really think it does it justice on here. It's actually a little bit lighter than that in the flesh, but I think this time I'm just going to go for the standard black. Now, as I said earlier, I was going to go for this black Bordeaux red leather package, but it's £1,133, and I don't think you would get any of that back come resale. And actually, to be fair, I really like the Alcantara centres on these seats. They're actually warmer, certainly in the winter, than leather. So I'm going to stick with that. Scrolling down, seats I'm keeping standard. Now let's have a look at the exterior. So let's just get that back on there. Exterior, I've decided to go with, as I said previously, the nice thing is with the new 718 standard Cayman you do get xenon headlights, so we don't need to worry about that. But what I do want to spec here is a few things. First and foremost, I want to go for park assist front and rear. The reason I'm going for park assist front and rear is simply because I'm not as concerned about front parking sensors, but what I didn't realise last time, and I said this in my previous video, is that if you have park assist rear only, you don't get the graphical representation on the infotainment system. If you have front and rear, as a bonus, if you like, you do get the graphical representation on the infotainment system as well. So I'm going to go for park assist front and rear. I was going to go for tinted tail lights, but actually I think for £320 it's not really necessary. I am going to go for the electrically folding mirrors. Again, I mentioned this last time, the reason for that is that you also get little downlighters in your mirrors as well, which is handy, quite nice. What else am I going for on the outside? I think that might be it actually on the outside. Transmission and chassis, definitely going for PDK. I had PDK previously, it's an amazing gearbox and it's more economical as well, so I'm going for PDK. Something which I didn't mention in my previous video is because I've now gone for the 20-inch wheels, I am concerned about how harsh the ride might be. Although I've read that it is very good still, I have decided to go for the PASM, the Porsche Active Suspension Management, just because it's more sporty when you want it to be, but apparently normal mode it's more comfortable than standard suspension, and it also lowers your chassis by 10mm, so we'll add a bit more sportiness to the look. We're also going to go for light design package, purely for aesthetics, because it adds some LED ambient lighting on the interior. And I'm still toying with steering wheels, but I think to keep the cost down I'm going to go with the GT Sport steering wheel. I still might go with the heated multifunction steering wheel because it's nice to have a heated steering wheel, I suppose. I've never had one, but I think for now I'm going to go for the GT Sport steering wheel. I'm going to go for heated seats, and the one other thing, just to add a little bit of contrast, because I do like the red, certainly with the black, I'm going to go with either Guards red seat belts or Bordeaux red seat belts. So I think we'll go with Guards red. And the only reason I'm doing that is if you look on here, if you look in the interior, it's just going to give you that nice little bit of red detail. And I think certainly when you look at the car from the outside, can you see it on here? I have to do a 3D version in a minute. Just to get that nice little bit of red, I think will be a nice contrast. Oh, and there's one other thing. There's a couple of other things. Let's just do audio first. Definitely going to go for a DAB radio. And again, I think for resale value in this day and age, it's got to have sat-nav. Okay. And the last thing, which I've just remembered, which is quite unusual and something that I wouldn't normally do, and I've got to find it now. Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, here we go. This. Now, I wouldn't probably do this with any other colour. So if I do the agate grey, I might not do it. But I think with the black, the trim strips in high gloss finish really transform it. I just like this all black, silver wheels, and a nice bit of silver detailing around here. So that is my, I think, final spec. I'm really pleased with that. So let me tell me what you think. Comment below. Please subscribe. And when I do get this car, which won't be for about 6 months, March 2016, we'll be doing plenty of videos on it as well. So please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.